Someone please explain, okay, we've never gone so far as forget about winning the narrative war. हम तो war में ही नहीं जाते narrative में. How come Israel and the Jewish lobby has lost that narrative war? Somebody explain that to me. Because for decades I thought that if there is one lobby that gets preferential treatment in everything in America,
I think
it is the Jewish lobby.
Numbers have trumped money.
Really?
More than you flood it with voters who are low income, who are always going to come out and vote, as opposed to a small white collar minority that is averse to voting and
That was funding.
that does things by funding. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Look at the UK. The Indians are more in number than the Pakistanis, right?
Yeah,
The Hindu population is probably bigger.
much bigger.
And yet, the Hindu population is ignored by the British, political system, even though they are richer, they are in services, they are all over the place, right?
And no crimes.
And the Pakistanis have the highest crime rate. They are rapists. They have been part of grooming gangs.
Pakistanis and Bangladeshis.
And grooming gangs.
And Bangladeshis,
And
of
grooming
course.
gangs.
That's Pakistan, East and West Pakistan. They've been doing all of this, and yet they get so much of traction. One of the reasons is that आजकल पाकिस्तान आर्मी को थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, अनएम्प्लॉयड होते हैं, तो पाकिस्तान आर्मी क्या करता था, अच्छा यार लेस्टर से आ जाना, कम टू लंदन, बस भी हम भेज देंगे, खाने को भी मिल जाएगा और 10-10, 15-15, 20-20 पाउंड भी दे देंगे. तो वो रोज आकर के, और ये खालिस्तानियों का भी यही होता है. Most of these dhutas out there who have gone as illegals, most of them are applying for asylum. They are all being given bloody $50 and now you stand in front of the Indian consulate or the High Commission or whatever and start demonstrating. That's what most of these lowlifes do. But this is what Abhijit is talking about, that this is a bunch of people. There are a lot more in numbers. They are also voters. And they have managed to infiltrate.
Do you
into
really
this.
want
This is
to
the
want people to
downside.
laugh?
But then one
Downside
rebuttal to that.
of one man, one vote.
हाँ.
Because the
वो मैं
Jewish lobby
अभी-
was extremely educated and urban. They could
Understood.
sit down
Yes.
with a legislator, make an intellectual case.
समझ गया.
They could also say, look, your son runs pharmaceuticals, my friend has pharmaceuticals, let's tie up. It would be a complete smorgasbord. But 5 people coming and saying, I'm voting for you.
So now is the rebuttal. Very
Last
quick,
point
my
and then we wind up.
I agree with you. Voting power है, मतलब basically more bodies है ना, that has trumped the money. How do you explain when I talk about narrative? I talk about the media narrative. How can that vote thing fluctuate even
Because-
NYT or something
because-
that was
because
openly pro-Jewish?
American academia and American media has been taken over by the
infiltrated.
left.
तो वो है.
Okay,
Have you-
last point.
have you in
Tehseen,
New
last
York-
point.
It's the Sharia Bolsheviks.
And can I also
You're
say
right.
this? Some of the loudest critics of Israel are Jews themselves
Jews.
sitting in America. So Israel was founded by Ayers. That is why it was called Ayerel, and then it became thoda badal ke Israel ban gaya. But they are like Ayers. Ayers are
Higher than the Iyengars?
No, but you look at the Indians in the US, 90% of them will back India. There'll be 10% of
very
those
loud,
malcontents.
very vicious.
Very loud, very vicious. They will be hating on the Hindus. They will be hating on India.
Forget Shahid
Shahid
Afridi.
Afridi को welcome किया कहाँ पे?
Arey, forget that.
Yeah.
Have you seen this joker who's running for New York mayor?
हाँ, oh my God.
Mira
Nair's
Nair's
son.
Zoran.
Zoran
Oh
Mamdani.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, New York's been represented by the best.
And that cringe video he made out there. That JC video.
Like, honestly, I'm embarrassed
But
that he
to
has
be
anything
fair,
to do with
he's a lightweight. Everybody there is saying he's not going to win. He doesn't really even have
He's
a
like a
chance.
joker.
Andrew Cuomo.
He's a
huh?
sad, pathetic joke.
No, you know what? A number of them, which he was saying, that there are people, they'll be supportive and all, but many of them don't voice it. And they could be millionaires and billionaires. Because if they voice something like this, they are scared कि green card बंद हो जाएगा कि नहीं, मेरे बेटे को admission मिलेगा कि नहीं, मेरी बेटी को
cancel हो जाऊंगा, मैं cancel हो जाऊंगा.
cancellation. There is a
There is a huge.
What
so-
explains what he said that Shahid Afridi in UAE or wherever that Dubai they came with those guys calling him after what
एक तो
happened.
we are a cricket crazy.
No. How
thing.
can
No, no,
चाहे
they
वो
knew it.
हो
No,
चाहे
no,
कुछ
no,
भी
no,
हो.
you
I
can't
don't buy
justify.
the fact that
No.
he was uninvited. I don't buy that. I think
No,
he
I'm
must
not
have
saying
been.
that. I'm just
No,
saying
what
a
happened with
cricketer
Shahid
comes-
Afridi?
So
he came UAE में आया
Indians
Dubai में.
after the
NRIs.
ceasefire, we've had this entire showdown.
And he did his motorcycle yatra.
No. This is in Dubai now.
This is
yeah.
Dubai. Shahid Afridi is invited by the Indian community in Dubai
Malayalis who were there.
as a chief guest for a function.
He came on the stage.
Shahid
Don't know
Afridi
if he was
who
chief guest.
supported
हरामजादों का passport cancel करो.
कैसे कैंसिल करेंगे वो UAE क्या whether they were Malayalis
They
who lived there.
They
हाँ,
can't.
that's
They
it.
can't be
They can't.
citizens.
They can't be
नहीं.
citizens.
हरामजादों का passport cancel
How
करो.
How
somewhere-
dare you call Shahid?
Yeah.
And Shahid Afridi was one of those loudmouths who not just supported Asimuni, he supported
He
Pakistan.
took out a
He
bicycle
took out a-
yatra.
Arey,
Pakistan
his
Shahid yatra or
family is
something.
involved
Abhijit,
in
forget about
jihadism, yeah.
cancelling. You also know that there were times when 26/11 when our foreign service officers were interacting still with Pakistanis. When 26/11 happened, though there was a directive from the government of India not to do that. I'm not naming names, but it happened. So coordinated effort हम लोग नहीं करते हैं जो करना चाहिए. Acha, now don't want to end on such a serious and disturbing note. So let's end this episode of the Samosa Caucus with some recommendations from you guys. What are you watching on OTT, or are you?
I have an
watching?
shall I begin? I have an
please.
excellent recommendation. One of the best series I've seen is called The Pit.
Okay.
Pittsburgh में
Yeah.
हॉस्पिटल है, उसका emergency ward है. It's amazing.
Very well
Okay.
done.
But medical horror, क्या?
It's not horror. It's very realistic.
What are you
portrayal.
watching?
Medical drama.
Don't know what you're watching. Tehseen, anything? Any recommendations?
Royals मैंने शुरू किया था.
हाँ, मैंने नहीं देखा.
अच्छा.
Please.
I don't really watch.
Criminal Justice.
I don't.
I have to.
I watch everything of Pankaj Tripathi.
Is it good?
But he's a
No
phenomenal
Man's
actor.
Land Part 2 has come out.
I want to see. The part 1 was one of the best series I've ever seen.
No
I
Man's
just
Land.
finished
No
with
Man's
the
Land.
Q
ये Jio
Justice.
Hotstar
or-
पे.
अच्छा.
This is
It is one of the first
Really?
part was It's a French thing.
Okay.
First part was top class, absolutely top class. The second part,
Because I go by your recommendation. You
guys-
recommended Slow Horses to me. That was like.
I loved
Isn't it
it.
amazing?
Watch
Yeah.
No Man's Land.
The second
बहुत
one
अच्छा
that I would recommend, even though I don't get into comedy crime, but this one was amazing, is based on a French serial called High Potential Intellectual. In English, the English series has come out. It's on Amazon. It's called
Ram Guha.
High Potential.
high potential.
I'm
That
watching-
girl who's into
Who's a genius
Yeah.
and can't hold down a job.
Can you
and
watch?
she gets-
I love watching Scottish crime and.
Oh, I
English
started
crime.
watching
slow,
one.
yeah.
Was,
Q Justice or
yeah,
something.
yeah, no, Q Department.
Q
Department
Department Q.
I like it. थोड़ा सा stretch करता है,
But
but
yeah, it's a
बहुत
little-
ज़्यादा
बहुत
stretch कर
slow है
देता
यार.
है.
And very
And
bad.
Achha,
I-
how about that series that's getting accolades about a kid who's
I didn't see
put in
it.
jail?
Testing.
very
Yeah,
disturbing.
yeah.
Very
Is it?
disturbing.
Yeah,
I
I
believe
I couldn't.
Is it?
Yeah.
my daughter saw it. It's very disturbing. I don't. I want to see this. They make it the Fast and Furious.
But it's
type
got
of
one
series.
You know the
USP.
thing that
We
really
have to find
It's a
out.
single
disappointed me.
take.
The thing that
Everything
really
is-
disappointed me was that Osama bin Laden serial. I
I
was
haven't
like,
seen
I
it. That
watched
put
the
it on
first
TV.
don't watch it. It's
So
absolute
I
shit.
I saw only the end when he was shot like.
You know,
I only
it
saw-
didn't-
I
it
went
didn't
right to
get-
the last-
Oh, okay. One.
मतलब trust an Indian to say,
No,
"Hey,
no,
ये
I'll
सब
suggest
छोड़,
one more.
पापड़ खा के end देख लो."
I'll
पता था
suggest
उसको
one more
मारना
to
है।
you.
उसको
Again, Jio Hotstar.
Okay.
Landman.
Landman.
हाँ. It's
So
on
No
oil.
Man's Land and Landman.
Landman
Yeah,
is
two
on
good
oil industry.
Acha.
It's got that guy
Achha,
Billy Bob
I'm taking
Thornton.
bets.
Billy
to
Bob
find,
Thornton.
Achha, listen, I'm a good actor. Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.